Hello, hello. Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up the lesson latitudes and longitudes. You all are familiar with this chapter, but since we have to do a revision work of this, let us learn more about latitudes and longitudes. But today, in the first part, I am going to focus only on latitudes. Now, before we begin with the entire lesson, let us understand what is a geographic grid and why do we really need a geographic grid. Now, we all know that the Earth is a very big planet. How can we understand or know where exactly a place is? For that purpose, we require the help of latitudes and longitudes, and they help us in determining the location of a place. Let's see how they do it. Now, this is the Earth, and we have latitudes which are parallel and longitudes which are running from north to south. Now, this makes a grid because each of these latitudes and longitudes are intersecting and they help in locating the exact position of a place. Latitudes are parallel to the equator while meridians intersect at the poles. So we can see over here that latitudes are all parallel. The equator is at 0 degree. We will learn more about it in the later part of the lesson. So the equator is at 0 degree and it is parallel to all the other latitudes as one goes from the equator towards the poles, while the longitudes are all intersecting at the poles. You can see over here all the longitudes, they are intersecting at the poles. The point of intersection of a latitude and longitude is the exact position of the place on the Earth's surface. Just now I have been talking about this to you. Since all these latitudes and longitudes, they are all intersecting and each intersecting point is a point where we can locate a place. The two reference lines are equator and the prime meridian are imaginary lines. We all know this, that we do not have these kinds of lines on the earth. They are all imaginary lines to help us to calculate time, to know the exact position of a place and several other things. So, for the purpose of reference, all latitudes are being referred or they take reference from the equator, which is at the center, while all longitudes take the reference of the prime meridian, which is at the center from North Pole to South Pole. Now let us learn more about the equator. Now the equator is right at the center of the earth and it is midway between the two poles. So the pole, North Pole over here, the South Pole over here, and it is exactly midway. And that is why it is at 0 degree and we call it the 0 degree parallel. Since the equator divides the earth into two equal halves, so we call it a great circle. So we have the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere and the equator is dividing the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere equally. That is why it is known as a great circle. All other parallels are not great circle because they do not divide the earth into two equal halves. Now, what exactly is a latitude? Now, latitude is the angular distance measured from the center of the earth north or south of the equator. So, in order to understand what exactly is the angle, suppose I keep a protractor over here, that is at the equator, and this particular degree is showing 30 degree. I can also make another angle this side. And when I join these two lines, they become the line of latitude. And what will be the degree? The degree will be 30 degree north. Now, how do we calculate 1 degree of latitude? Now, students, we all know that the equator is a great circle and it is found right at the center, and it has a circumference of 40,000 kilometers. So, this equator around the earth makes a whopping 40,000 kilometers in length. And since the earth is a sphere, so when we divide 40,000 by 360, we get 111 kilometers. So, between 0 degree and 1 degree latitude, the distance on the ground is 111 kilometers. Now, this 1 degree of latitude is further divided into 60 minutes and again into 60 seconds. That means that each of these latitudes from 0 to 1, there are several other lines. But we do not normally make these lines, otherwise the entire globe will be filled with lines and nothing will be visible. So what we normally do is we keep an interval of latitudes. For example, if this is 0 degree, this will be 15, this will be 30, 45, 60, 75 and 90. That means from 0 degree to the poles we have 90 degrees of latitudes, and in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere similarly we have another 90 degrees of latitude. So it comes to 90 plus 90 plus this 0 degree, it comes to 181 degrees. So if you are asked how many degrees of latitudes are there, your answer should be 181 degrees of latitudes. Now let us move to the next topic, and that is parallels of latitude. So I have been explaining to you that when I make an angle, because latitude is an angular distance measured from the center of the earth north or south of the equator. Now if I keep a protractor over here and make a line at 20 degree, now this particular degree or this particular line becomes the 20 degree north latitude. Why 20 degree north latitude? Because it is in the northern hemisphere. Similarly, if I make an angle at say 20 degree south from here, So this will become the 20° south latitude. Similarly, there are several other latitudes, 30, 40, 50 and so on. And similarly, this side also we have as many latitudes. So when the lines of when the angles of the same line is drawn, then we get parallels of latitudes. So the lines of latitude are again imaginary lines which join all the places having the same angular distance north and south of the equator. Here it is explained better. You can see that this is the 20° angle, this is the 40° angle, another angle is 50°. So all these are joining to form the latitudes, and when all these angles in the same row, when they are joined, they make parallels of latitude. Now, important parallels of latitude. There are 5 important parallels of latitude. They are the equator at 0°, the Tropic of Cancer at 23.5° north, Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5° south, the Antarctic Circle at 66.5° south, and the Arctic Circle at 66.5° north. Now these are very important latitudes because they have all been formed because of certain calculations. For example, the earth is tilted at an angle of 23.5° from its vertical. If I draw a line from here, then this angle which the earth makes with its perpendicular is 23.5°. That is why the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is 23.5°, tilted at an angle of 23.5°. This same axis or the tilt makes an angle of 66.5° from the orbital plane. That is why the Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle is at a degree of 66.5° north and south of the equator. Now let us learn about the heat zones. Now this part of the earth gets the direct rays of the sun throughout the year. As a result, this area is known as the torrid zone, and the vertical rays of the sun is more prominent throughout the year than any other part of the earth. From Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle and from Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle, we have 2 separate temperate zones. Now these areas, the sun's rays goes on decreasing in the sense that they are not vertical. The rays of the sun in these areas are not vertical. They are slanting. As a result, these areas have a moderate temperature. They experience a moderate temperature in the temperate region. Beyond the Arctic Circle, we have the frigid zone, and beyond the Antarctic Circle also we have the frigid zone. Now these areas receive the slanting and or oblique rays of the sun throughout the year, which makes this area very cold. That is why they are known as the frigid zone. A very important part you must know is that when we are talking about the Earth's sphere, what we find is that in these, because of the sphericity of the earth, the distance though is 111 kilometers from 0 degree to 1 degree, because here the sphericity of the earth is somewhat very less. But as we go high up, we find that the curve becomes very, very prominent. That is why the earth, that is why we find is that because of the flattened poles, the length of the arc of 1 degree of latitude near the pole is little longer than the equator. So the arc which the earth makes is quite prominent and longer at closer to the poles than what they are towards the lower latitudes. So I hope you all have understood this particular topic, that is the latitudes, and I hope I have made myself clear regarding the entire topic of latitude. In the next class, we will be learning in detail about longitude. That is what we have enough time for. Thank you.